Dynamite was down a bit last night, 0.29 rating. Ted Hart, real name Edward Anus, 43 years old. I guess was arrested on the 14th of July in Titusville, Florida for numerous things, I guess. The first thing he was arrested for was speeding. And I guess this was coming home from a match at a wrestling school where, according to Dave Meltzer, this was his first match in about 3 years. And he was teaming with Chasen Rance, who, for anyone that saw him in his Peacock documentary, he did some homosexual fetish videos with Chasen Rance in the past. Apparently, he was pulled over for speeding and going through a red light. And when the police opened the glove compartment, there was an unsealed medical marijuana container. Apparently there was a bag of red pills and another of red powder, which Hart claimed was a blend of vitamins. There was vials of steroids, the steroids Mastron and testosterone cypionate, which he alleged he had prescriptions for. There was a blue powder that contained MDMA, aka ecstasy, and several more open medical marijuana containers. He was arrested and charged with possession of MDMA, possession of a controlled substance without a prescription, and failing to stop at a red light. So he's just been out of jail on numerous things, and he again is arrested. And I did put another link to the description. The last interview he did on this channel with Jack Kilby, we were going to give him a chance and put him on a Great North Wrestling event, but he was so messed up in this interview that you would have to suspect he was on something, possibly something like ecstasy, for the speed he was talking at. He wasn't making any sense. He was claiming, and at one point he was an undercover police officer. I mean, I wish him help. I mean, he owes me money. He's a worker. He's a con artist, in my experience with him, that I've tried to give numerous chances to. And I don't know, man. He also said in the last interview that he thought WWE was secretly scouting him. And his Peacock documentary, they only aired the first episode on USA after Raw. They never aired the other two. I guess they didn't do that well. I don't think it was a fair documentary on him. It was a bit of a weird documentary, but yeah, I don't think with how corporate WWE is that he will get another shot there anytime soon. Speaking of Ted, though, he is from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where WWE did a collision taping on July the 14th from the Saddle Dome. Legendary Saddle Dome, where apparently it is Stampede. It was during Stampede, which is the biggest event of the year in Calgary. Apparently they had 6,800 in the building with 6,000 paid, which is great for AEW. Then in Boston last week for Dynamite, they had 9,200 in the building with 8,300 paid. In SmackDown on the 14th, Friday the 14th, in Raleigh, North Carolina, they did 10,600 paid. So these are great numbers. July the 17th in Atlanta, WWE had 10,800 paid, 12,000 in the building. That's pretty much news. I will say one more thing about one that I forgot that someone commented on regarding that Abdullah the documentary, and it was about Tony Atlas, who I don't think quite understood the situation. And again, for me, they were at my house like 7 or 8 hours. The interview was somewhere around 5 hours. They pick and choose and manipulate footage for that. So I don't hate on Tony Atlas at all. I will say one thing weird about Tony Atlas, though. I did buy a drawing from him of Bruiser Brody and the Sheik, and he never sent it. So beware of ordering stuff from him. Hello, Doug Masters. Hello, Ian. Where's Piper? She was with me, actually. She appeared... They cut her out of the Dark Side of the Ring documentary. She didn't fit their narrative. But she did appear in my review of the Abdullah the Butcher Dark Side of the Ring.